Okay, good morning. So I thought we could do a practice today that is kind of going to be stimulating our digestion and building up a little bit of heat metabolism. And it's just cold out there, so I think it's going to be nice to do something that's a bit more warming. And in terms of our practice is very much this week, we're going to be focusing on an aspect of the different layers of our being. Let's move that out the way. And they're known as the koshas, the different layers. So, we're more than the body, basically, but we are going to be attending to the body. And the flavor of the month as well is also that we're attending to ourselves with kindness. So firstly, give yourselves a pat on the back for turning up on your mat and attending to yourselves. That's kind of first act of like self-care, isn't it? Right? So taking care of this body. So one of the things we're going to do as well is kind of bring this sense of appreciation for this gorgeous body that you have, right? Whether you feel it's gorgeous or not. But actually that it got you here on the mat, that you're healthy, you're in good health. I trust that you are in good health. So let's just close our eyes firstly and just tune in to this wonderful body. It's known as the Annamaya Kosha, and actually literally is translated as the food body. So there's that saying, isn't there? We are what we eat. Just take a moment to appreciate your body. Acknowledge that you've made it here on the mat, ready for your practice. And just bring a hand to the heart and a hand to the belly and just touch in. Just take some nice, slow, steady breaths. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Both hands to the heart. I'm going to invite you to set an intention for your practice. So just something that's positive and uplifting for you. Maybe that helps you connect a little bit more to this physical body, this wonderful body. Okay, lovely. When you're ready, open your eyes. Namaste, welcome everybody. We're going to start off coming to lie down on our backs. So just lie down on your backs with your knees bent and just take a moment to connect to your breathing. We'll do a little warm up before we do a pranayama. So knees bent, just feeling the earth beneath you. So Annamaya Kosha is very much linked into the element of the earth. That's the root chakra. It's very much our physical body and about stability. So we'll be doing a practice that enables us to connect to that strength and that stability. But just tune into the breath. Take some slower, deeper breaths in and out. If you know Ujjayi breathing, that is the breath to maintain throughout the practice, if you can. I'm going to be reading a bit of a poem through the practice, threading some stanzas in. And this poem is called Today I Make Peace with My Body Home. I'm just going to read the first stanza. It's by John Mundahl. Today I make peace with my body home. My weight isn't perfect, but I don't care anymore. My nose isn't perfect, but I don't care anymore. My ears aren't perfect, but I don't care anymore. I'm getting older too, but I don't care anymore. Yesterday I overate. So what? That was yesterday. So just bringing appreciation to the body, just as it is right now. And then take a deep, deep breath in and stretch your arms all the way back behind you. Keep the knees bent. And then when you next breathe in, lift the knees up towards you about sort of halfway with the ankles together, the knees are together. Now, as you breathe in, let your belly button sink down in towards the ground as you press your sacrum down, engage the belly. And as you exhale, start to take the knees towards the right about halfway. Now, as you do that, it doesn't matter if the knees come apart, but keep your feet together. And as you inhale, you're going to come back to center. And as you exhale, you'll take the knees to the left and the arms stay where they are. And we'll move along with the breath. So nice, long, slow, deep breaths in. Now, some of you might be able to get the knees onto the ground. If you want to, you can. But I'm going to stay halfway because I like to just do that just for my lower back. It's better for me to do this. And then while you're focusing, moving along with the breath, don't go too fast. Paying attention to the very center of your belly. So this is a really good, almost like internal massage. Just do a few more. So you really want to engage the bandhas as well here to support this movement. Good, really nice. So we'll do one more twist towards the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, come back to center. Now, just take hold of your right shin and extend your left leg long. Point the toes. Let them float. Good. And spread the toes. And then just take hold of your right shin. Take a deep breath in. Circumnavigate the ribs. So take that knee around the ribs. And just squeeze, breathing in. And breathing out. Good. This is known as Uttanasana. It's a wind removing pose. So the root chakra, it's all about elimination and being grounded and moving that energy downwards. We need that pranavayu, it's called, apana. So as we squeeze in, we're attending to ascending colon. Take a deep, deep breath in. And exhale out through the mouth. Let's do two more like that. Inhale through the nose, keep squeezing. Exhaling. One more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Good. We're going to switch legs. So bend your left knee in. You can just take the fingers, spread them over the shin. Keep your right leg floating and extend the toes. And then just take the knee around the ribs. So you want to squeeze that left knee in towards the armpit. Good. So we're attending to descending colon here. Good. Keep that right foot floating. Breathe in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. And do two more like that. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Okay, bend your right knee in towards you and take the soles of the feet together as you're doing Baddha Konasana, but on your back. And then as you hold the feet in close to the body, press the knees out and away from you to make a little bit of space, and just take a couple of breaths here. So keep your breath nice and long and deep. We really want to breathe that prana deep into the body. And then from here, see if you can just rock up. You're going to rock up to sit. We're going to take the feet in front of us and just forward fold. So you might just have your knees in a kind of sort of diamond shape and just lean forwards in your forward fold. Doesn't matter how far you go, but just leaning forwards and dropping the head down. And taking a few slow breaths here. So bringing awareness to a little bit of kind of squeezing in around the belly. That's a good thing. This is really going to help our digestion today. So if we can digest well and we can metabolize well, what we take in, what we eat, what we digest is going to be used well. It's going to be, we can utilize the energy from that really, really, really well. Good, really nice. Now we're going to do a pranayama. It's called Kapalabhati, breath of fire. You might want to sit on a cushion for this and sit yourselves up. We're going to start off quite slowly, and then we're going to build it up a little bit faster, but it doesn't matter. You go at your own pace. So just take a moment sitting upright. Feel the centeredness of your spine, your alignment. So you can sit in any seated pose that's comfortable for you. And just bring one hand to your belly. As you inhale, really breathe into the belly, let it expand. And as you exhale, you're going to sniff and snap the belly back. So you sniff the breath out through the nose and then you snap the belly back. Now you can do this as slow or as fast, because we're going to do this for about a minute or so. So you breathe in, belly inflates, exhale, sniff the breath out. So I'm going a bit quicker, but now as soon as you sniff and snap the belly back in as you exhale, the inhale happens naturally, it's passive. Let's keep going. Keep going. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you exhale strongly, hold the breath, no breath. Draw the chin in, Jaladhara Bandha, and just pause here for 3, for 2, 1, and then lift your head and breathe in. Take a deep breath in. And just breathing in and out, just nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Just feeling that tone around the belly. Just notice how that felt for you. Just a couple more breaths here. So just letting that pranayama, that kapalabhati, that breath of fire just settle. Just settle with that energy. Good. Nice. If you were sitting on something, you can just set that to the side. And we're going to come into a boat pose. We're going to come into a seated, just leaning back here. Now you've got to cross your right leg in front of your left. Okay. Flex, it's a figure 4. You're going to flex your foot. Take the hands behind you. Left foot is pressing down onto the ground. And you'll feel just a slight compression here in the belly. And what we're going to do is going to rock back and forth. So the foot is aiming towards the ground and then you come back to center. And you do that a few times. Breath is nice and steady. It might be that you have to walk the hands a little bit higher. So just see how you are here. Keep that right foot flexed and you might even tap the ground, okay? It's a bit of massaging on the belly. I hope you didn't have too much of a big breakfast. All right, so just keep just rocking. Very nice, good. Let's do a couple more. That's it. Now come back to center and then see if you can thread your right arm through the gap. Good. And then the left hand through. So you're collecting your shin and then extend the left leg long. And it's a bit like sort of rocking the baby. You're just going to rock a little bit from side to side. And then we're going to rock onto our back and essentially do pigeon on our back. So just take care, roll onto your back, still collecting and holding that shin in both arms and just wrapping your arms in. And if you can, you take your palms together, maybe the thumbs at the third eye. The left leg is floating as though you're hanging in your own hammock. Now, engage your bandhas here, Uddiyana Bandha. So you draw the belly button back and you zip it up in towards the belly. See if you can just hold it here, breathing in and breathing out. Now if it's tricky to hold with both arms, don't worry, you just hold where you can in breathing in And breathing out. Good, one more breath, inhale. Good, and exhale, and then release the left hand out and just place it behind your head. Lay your head down and then hug that right knee back into the body. Just squeeze. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. We're going to inhale, draw the left knee in and rock up to sit. So you might want to take a couple of rocks, maybe one, rock back, and then two, rock back, the last one, come back up. So we're going to do the other side, right? A little bit of core work going on, hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer. Thread, just lace that ankle on the top, flex the left foot. And you're going to rock, roll, twist. Inhale to center, exhale, maybe you tap. Okay, so we just do that a few times. Great. So we really, and this is really good to work the digestion, because maybe in winter we feel a little bit more sluggish. So this is going to be really good, set you up well for the day. So keep rocking, twisting, breathing. So really focus on the breath here as well. Let's just do a few more. Come to pause. So now, take your left arm through first, find your balance, and then the right arm through. Now that's tricky, just hold where you can, it really doesn't matter. And then we're going to roll back. So extend your right leg, roll onto your back. See if you can collect that shin, it's essentially pigeon on your back. Imagine you're just hanging in your own hammock. If this gets too much for the head, you can always support it with your right hand. If you can just want to hold with the hands, you can. But if you can, you thread your arms and you wrap them around, thumbs to the third eye. And we'll just take a couple more breaths. Inhaling, squeezing the belly in and lifting it up in towards the ribs. Exhaling. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now release your right hands and take it behind your head. Lovingly guide that head back down. Right foot on the ground. Good. And then take the left shin in towards the body. Squeeze. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. One more breath like that. Inhale. And exhale. And it's okay to breathe out through the mouth today if you want to now and again. Hug both knees in. And we're going to rock up. Good, nice. All right. So we might get a little bit active here, but we're going to come into boat pose, Navasana. Take your hands behind you. You want to be lifting up through the crown as you lift the feet up. If the feet hover off the ground, that's fine. The first phase might be just taking your hands behind your thighs and lifting the toes up towards the sky. We're going to take 3 breaths in boat pose, either the hands down behind your thighs or extended. So let's take an inhale, squeeze the knees, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, pop the feet down and we'll see if we can bring the arms forward, because we want to rock up and see if we can come into chair pose. So you might need a little few rocks here to build the momentum, but essentially we're going to come into chair pose, lifting the arms up. Just do your best. Good. And then we're going to stand straight up, interlace the fingertips and press the palms up towards the sky. And lengthen your tailbone and really stretch the front body. This should feel really, really nice after all of that. Now we're going to sit back down into chair pose. Exhale. Now continue on, because we're going to come back down into Navasana. Come into Navasana. We're going to do the same thing again. Take 3 breaths. Find your Navasana. Inhaling. So these breaths can be out through the mouth. Take 1 more. Good. Inhale. And then pop the feet down. Reach forwards. Come up into your chair pose. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, push into the feet. Rise up to stand. Interlace the fingers and press the palms up towards the sky. Good. Sit down into chair pose. And as you exhale, set your hips down. We're going to repeat that again. Come into boat pose. 3 breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Pop the feet down, reach forwards. Inhale, come back up to your chair pose. Deep breath in, exhale, rise to stand, interlace the fingers, press the palms up. Good, come down into your chair pose. We've got 2 more. Sit all the way down, Navasana. So remember your hands can be here, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, really nice. So we're just going to do that again. So the knees split, lean forwards, come up into your chair, take a deep breath. Exhale, push into the feet, rise up and lengthen. Nice little back bend here. 1 more. Let's sit down into chair pose. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, bring the bum right the way down to the mat. Navasana. Good. If you want to, you can extend the legs here. We're going to take 3 breaths. We've got 2 more. Feet down, split the knees, reach forwards, chair pose, take a deep breath in, exhale, push into the feet, rise up, press the palms up. And we're going to forward fold, exhale, fold into your Uttanasana. Good. Let's bring the hands to the shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. And again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Now take the elbows into the palms. If you need to, take the feet a little bit wider. Just hang here, upside down. You can sway a little bit from side to side. So today is here now, and I accept my body as it is and for what it is. A home for my soul for a few years. That's all, and then I'll be gone. A home for our soul just for a few years. This body right now. Good. Okay, we're going to rise up to stand. So push down firmly through the feet and rise. Lift your arms, reach all the way up. Stretch up, look up at your thumbs and exhale. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Very nice. Let's do a sun salutation or 2. We'll take the first one pretty slow. Just go slow with your breath and you might build up the pace. We'll do 3. Inhale, sweep the arms up and wide. Lifting, maybe you look at your thumbs. Exhaling, forward fold. Looking up at the belly button. Inhale, halfway lift, tip of the nose. So we did this last week with our drishti. Step back to plank. Look at the top of the mat. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, we're going to do a little push-up. So we're going to come all the way down, reverse push-up. So chin touches, slide the toes away, firm up those legs. Inhale, lift your chest. Push into the hands, tuck the toes and press back up to your first downward facing dog of the day. So as you lift your hips up, breathing slowly and deeply. If you want to, inhale through the nose. Sway your hips from side to side. So through the exhale, we eliminate quite a few toxins. So it's really good to breathe. Just release, let go. So just pausing in stillness and really set your handprint down. Lift your hips up and back. Lift the hip points into the body and lengthen through your tailbone and let your head dangle. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, bend the knees, and as you exhale, maybe you step, maybe you walk to the top of the mat. Hands to your shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. I'm going to rise all the way to stand, lifting the arms, looking at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's move it on. So inhale, sweep the arms up and wide. Exhaling, folding. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to plank as you exhale. And then inhale, just fortify your plank here. Good. Maybe you bring your knees down for this one and you can do a little half push-up. Inhale, lift into your upward facing dog. Press back to down dog. And pause and breathe. So reset your hands, your feet to be comfortable for the next couple of breaths. Keep the eyes still if you can. Maybe your drishti's between the toes, big toes. Bend the knees, inhale, exhale, hop, step, walk top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and then as you exhale, dive down into Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's continue. Inhale, sweep the arms up and wide. Very nice. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, step back to plank pose. Inhale, strengthen your plank here. Feel the strength of this plank. And then move through your vinyasa, your choice. Maybe it's a cobra, maybe it's an up dog. Totally up to you. Downward facing dog. Try and eke out as much support from the ground from here. Really push into the hands and press your hips up and back. You really want to feel that you can shift the weight to let the legs take some of the weight here. And let the head hang. Awareness of that lovely full breath. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walking, stepping top of the mat. Very nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold and then rise all the way to stand, lifting the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring your toes and your heels together. We're going to sit into chair pose. We'll do a chair pose twist. Sitting your hips down and back. Engage through the bandhas, lifting the hip points into the body. Exhale, twist to the right. If you can hook the elbows, do. If not, don't worry. Forearm there will be fine. Lift the right arm up towards the sky. Open up through the chest. Exhale, bring the palms together. Let's push down through the legs as we reach up to stand. Sit back down. As you lift the arms, inhale, draw the weight back into the heels and then twist. Use the legs, the pelvis is nice and fixed. And then inhale, lift the left arm up. Nice and steady. Exhale, bring the palms together. Inhale, rise to stand. You're going to fold straight down as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back into plank pose. Good. Now pause in plank. Great. We're going to tap the knees down as you exhale. And then as you inhale, just hover the knees. And then as you exhale, straighten the legs. Good. Take a breath there in your plank. Exhale, tap the knees. Inhale, you lift and you hover, push through the hands. Exhale, you straighten the legs, plank. Inhale. So we're going to repeat that a couple of times. If this gets too much, this is a bit of core work. You tap, you hover as you inhale, straighten the legs as you exhale. Inhale, push into the ground, fortify your plank. Let's do a couple more. And if this gets too much for the hands, you inhale, you hover, exhale, press back to plank. Good, breathe in, exhale, tap the knees. Inhale, all of this on a Monday morning. Straighten the legs, press back to down dog. Woo. Right, you're going to feel that in the belly, no doubt. Right. Inhale, right leg goes up and back, and just roll the big toe in towards the midline. Pause there, get really long. Good, and then rock forwards to your plank. Hug that right knee in and then step it forwards. Good, so you're now in a runner's lunge. We're going to come up into a high lunge, so take your time. Reset the feet, maybe bring the back foot a little bit closer. Look forwards, press into that front foot. Inhale, reach the arms back and spread the fingers wide so the palms are facing up to the ceiling and your shoulders are moving away from the ears. Good. So fortify your pose by pressing down strongly through the legs. Lift your bandhas as you lift your arms. High crescent lunge. Really, really nice. Excellent work. Now keep lifting the fingertips up to the sky. And then we're going to lean forwards and bring the left hand down onto the mat. So we're going to come into a twist. So maybe you use your brick here. Take your right hand to your right hip. Roll that right shoulder up to the sky and squeeze the inner groins towards each other. Now, lift the right arm up towards the sky. And take a deep, deep breath here. Very nice. Now, if your hand is on a brick, bring it down onto the mat because we're going to come into a side plank. Now, from here, you could just step your right foot on top of the left, lifting your hips up high, or step your right foot in front of you to support you. Take a deep breath in. Very, very nice. And as you exhale, bring your right hand down onto the mat, plank pose. And a vinyasa, you might just like to bring the knees down and the belly all the way down onto the ground. Reverse cobra, and then inhale cobra. Press back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here, bend the knees. Exhale, you walk, step top of mat. Hands to your shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Well done. Let's sit down into chair pose. Let's lift the arms. You're probably getting a little bit warmer. We're going to twist to the left first this time. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Keep your pelvis nice and steady, and then reach the left arm up. Exhale, bring the palms together. Inhale, rise to stand. Lengthen. Good. Let's sit back down into our chair. Lift the arms as you inhale. As you exhale, twist to the right. Palms together in prayer. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. We forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to plank pose. So we're going to repeat that core work. If this gets too much, you could do it on your forearms. If you want to, knees tap. Hover the knees up off the ground. And then straighten the legs as you exhale. Inhale at the top. So totally up to you. Maybe you just do a regular plank. Exhale, knees tap. Inhale, they hover. Exhale, straighten the legs. Push into the hands strongly. Good. Let's repeat that a few more times. Take a break if you need to. It's totally fine. Maybe forearms. Give it a go. But this is really good core work, but you have to keep pushing through the ground. So let's do a few more. Very, very nice. Great. Now press back to down dog. That's enough. All right, shorten your stride a little bit. If you get a bit heavy in the hands or the shoulders, let your head hang. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, out through the mouth. Just let it go. Very nice. Good. Left leg lifts up and back. We'll rock forwards towards a plank, and then if you round your back and hug that left knee in, that helps you to step that left foot forwards. Come onto the fingertips. You're in a runner's lunge. Set the feet up first. And then from here, we engage the bandhas, push down through the feet, reach the arms back. Palms are facing down and spread the fingers wide. So you've got this feeling your shoulders are moving away from the ears. Good. Nice and strong in the legs. Engage the bandhas. Inhale, lift the arms. High crescent. Beautiful. Now as you do that, you really want to keep that left knee bent, but you want to lift up and out of the pelvis. So keep lengthening the arms up, stretching the side body. Good, really nice. And we're going to lean forwards, bowing down, bringing that right hand down onto the mat, bringing the left hand to the hip. So as you roll that left shoulder up, really open up through the chest, and then left hands, you can send it up towards the sky. I find it helpful to hug the inner groins towards each other. That helps me to remember to engage the bandhas. And then from here, let's get ready for our sideways plank. So whichever variation you want, a nice easy way would be to just step your left foot halfway on the left edge of your mat, and you're on the outer edge of your right foot, or you stack the foot and you push the hips up. It's really important that you push those hips up if you're in your side plank. Take a deep breath in, exhale, hand back down, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale, walk, step, hop to the left. And we're going to interlace the hands behind us here, bow down and stretch. So you can give a good stretch to your wrists. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just a little wiggle from side to side, a little twist. Very nice, good, well done. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in again. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Well done. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Very nice. We're going to come into a tree pose, and we'll do a nice little standing flow. Try and take the weight off the hands for now. So bring your hands to your hips. And the first thing we'll do is we'll do a tree pose. So lift up your left shin and take the left foot into your tree. Good. Now set this up really well because you want your pelvis to be nice and level. You could keep holding the foot. Right hand to your heart space and feel how your heart lifts with that touch. Crown of the head lifting. Find your drishti. Once you're ready, you can bring both palms into prayer at the heart. Left foot presses strongly into that right adductor, which is really strongly engaged. Right glute is engaged, and then lift the arms up from there. Good. So we're feeling a dual action of energy here. Ascension up from the waist upwards, and then a descent of energy moving down through the leg. Pause there. Take a deep breath in. And then bring your hands to your heart. Now you're going to release your left foot, but keep that knee lifted. And we're going to reach the arms up again. And we're going to step back, coming into a high crescent. This time we transition into warrior two. So set that back heel down and take a moment to feel this pose. And then bring your left hand to your left glute. And then just work out if it's switched on or not. Switch it on. Press out through that left heel and just turn to look at the left middle finger and reach that way. Reach and expand your energy that way, right? So you know what's behind you, and then look forwards. We're going to reverse the warrior. So straighten the front leg as well to really push into that foot and lift up through the right arm. Good. We'll come into side angle. So either supported with a forearm on your thigh or the hand on the inside of the foot. And we're going to just sweep that left arm up and over the head. As you do that, press into the back heel, push into the feet strongly and engage the bandhas. Just get long on the side body. Breathe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And you're just working where to look because you need to be comfortable in your neck. I quite like to roll the neck a little bit. Good. We're going to come into wide-legged forward fold. So bring your left hand down, spin your right toes forwards and bow down. Walk the hands back if you can. It's a good opportunity to traction your spine here. So let the head dangle here. So today I make peace with my body home. I'll be happy when I wake up in the morning. I'll smile at my body in the mirror before I go off to work. In the evening I'll give thanks to my feet and legs and eyes and ears for serving me throughout the day. So we can just bring a little bit of gratitude, thanks to this body right now, hanging upside down. And then walk your hands forwards, lift your chest. Very nice. Now we're going to spin the toes to the back of the mat. And we're going to reverse that sequence. So bring your left hand on the inside of the left foot and then just try and lift up a little bit. If you want to come into a half side angle to lift up from the hips, you can, and then sweep your right arm up and over. So we're coming into side angle on this side straight away. Roll that right armpit up towards the sky. If this is too low down already, just do your supported, that's absolutely fine. Explore that as well if you want to. And keep lengthening through the side body. Open up those ribs like gills. Breathe. One more breath. Good. We're going to spin that right arm up. Come into your warrior two. Feel that right glute. Is it switched on? Switching on. Press out through that right heel and just turn, look at the right middle finger. So you're really stretching your energy back there as well. The spine's completely vertical, so you're not leaning forwards. There's a tendency to want to do that. Don't. And then straighten the front leg. We're going to reverse the warrior. Very nice. As we come back to warrior two, lift up your back heel and then turn your right hip forwards, taking the foot rightwards, so that your feet are hip width apart, and then lift the arms. You're in a high crescent lunge. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Really helpful to just turn that right glute on a little bit to help support you and press down through the balls of the back toes. Good. Now from here, we'll bring the hands to the heart. Great. And we're going to leap forward as though we're doing a standing crane. So as you lift your right leg, you hover that foot as though it were on a step, and then we're going to take hold of the ankle and come into the tree. It could be a precarious tree, don't worry. Bit windy, maybe, bit stormy. But once you've got that, just settle. Find your gaze pose, your gaze point rather. Feel the strength of this pose. The balance here is about focusing, feeling rooted and grounded. And just like a tree, feeling those qualities of strength, earthiness, nourishment, nurture, flexibility. Good. When you're ready, reach the arms up high. Good. Lifting all the way up, taking a couple of breaths here. Just settle. Nice and strong. I am strong, I am grounded, I am balanced. Very, very nice. Good. Now, hands to the heart. We're going to step the back foot, high crescent, and then turn to face the front of your mat. What we're going to do here is turn the toes out and come into your goddess. Okay? Toes are turning out, hands on your hips. Nice strong stance, okay? You goddesses. Now we're going to lift the arms up. As you do that, bend your knees, but you want to direct the knees, the kneecaps, in the same direction as your toes. That's going to help the knees here. And we're going to stand up again. Inhale, goddess. Bring the hands to the heart as you squat down. We'll do that a couple of times. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to stay. Bring your hands to your thighs. And then from here, we're going to take a little twist. So you're going to take your left shoulder towards the right knee. And then inhale, come back to center. So your spine is nice and upright. And we're going to twist. Right shoulder towards the left knee. Come back to vertical. We'll do that a couple of times. And what you might be feeling here is a little bit of a massage into ascending colon and descending. So, which is a good thing. All right, we do a couple more. Good. So you're building up your strength in your legs, your stamina, your strength. Good. Great. And from here, we'll just come into a forward fold. So just spin the toes forwards and take the arms out to the side like aeroplane wings. So you need to engage your core here, and your spine is at a 90-degree angle. Interlace the hands behind you and just fold forwards. Now here we need to watch we don't snap the knees back. It's very easy in this wide-legged forward fold to do that. So can you just lift up those thigh muscles as though you're pulling up your tights, and then bring your hands up towards the sky and just get that really nice shoulder stretch, but move the shoulder joints away, those heads away from the ears, and squeeze into those shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Very nice. Great. One more. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Release the hands down. We're going to walk the hands off to the left and stretch out your right leg as you bend into the left knee. So this is Skandasana, kind of a moving across the mat as we stretch out the legs. So come into the other side. Now as you build this, you might just float an arm up to a nice side body stretch. So we'll move across a few times. Lovely. If you want to work with balance, you could do this with the hands in prayer, and you just work your way across without no hands. It's really strong on the legs when you do it that way. But if you want to be graceful, you can take the arm up and over the head. Do it that way. It was really lovely. Nice. Now when the right knee is bent, I want you to sit down on the ground, okay? So you might have to bring your left hand behind you and just guide your way down. This right knee is bent, okay? Now, just take the knee outwards a little bit and the foot outwards, okay? You want to make space. You've got space for your torso here. And we're going to reach the right arm forwards and lean forwards. And there's a couple of things you can do here. You can maybe wrap the arm around and thread it and bind. That's one option. If that feels really tricky, no worries. The main thing here is compression and a forward fold, right? So maybe you take your right arm forwards like this, and then just with your left hand, you're going to grab that ankle and pull yourself forward. So we're compressing, okay? And we want to fold. You're doing this as much as your lower back feels okay with this, but you will get a stretch there. Take a deep breath in. And then what we're going to do is keep hold of that shin and lean the left ear towards the left knee as though there were a secret there that we want to listen to. And then take your right arm up and over, and you might even grab hold of that toe. So here we are with a deep side body stretch. You've just opened what you've compressed. And it's about circulating this energy from that compression. So take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. A deep breath in. One more like that. Inhale, we rise up. So just make your way back up. Extend your right leg forwards, okay? We might be at an angle on the mat, don't worry. And see if you can forward fold. So this is Upavista Konasana. We're coming down as far as feels comfortable. Doesn't have to be far. Now you can use your inhale to lengthen and your exhale to just let go. So we'll do that for a few more breaths. You inhale, maybe you lift up a little. And then exhale might give you a little bit more flexibility. Inhale, you lift. Exhale forwards. Good. And just pause there. Maybe if you've got your elbows down, you can bring the palms to prayer and connect to your third eye, to your inner vision, intuition. Just pause. Just take a moment here to pause, to breathe, to connect to yourself. That's what this practice is about. And especially if we connect to our body, we're so disconnected, aren't we? We're all in our heads looking at the screen the whole time. Okay, let's do the other side. So bend that right knee, lean forwards, find your balance, hands are forwards, and then walk across. So we're going to do the other side, coming through Skandasana. Right leg is nice and extended. Help yourself down. So you're going to sit. Make some space with that left knee. You're going to reach your left arm forwards. So find a way to bind. So either you wrap the arm around and you can just take the back of the hand on the hip there, or you can take the hand down. Right hand's going to hold that ankle and you're pulling yourself forwards as best you can. Or if you've got the bind, that will pull you forward. So we want that compression. Take a deep breath in. Deep, deep breath out. One more breath like that. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so with that right hand holding onto the ankle, so just lean that right ear over towards the right knee and circle that arm overhead. Maybe you grab the toe and you're bound here, opening up through the side seam of your body. And it doesn't matter if you don't reach the toe, you can be up here, maybe hand behind the head. That will be fine. The main thing is we're getting this openness in that side seam of the body. Take a deep breath in and stay. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Let it go. Really, really good. And we'll rise up. Okay, extend that leg wide and just take the hands behind you, but you're going to get a nice proud chest here and lift up. Nice, good. So that's going to give you a nice little kind of back bend here. So lifting your chest, just keep the chest nicely puffed up. Good, and you'll find that you've got a nice bit of space in those hip points. You can lean back a little bit if you want to. Good, really nice. And then we're going to bring the legs together. Now walk your hips back because we're coming forwards into Paschimottanasana. It's intense West stretch. I find it's helpful to have a little shuffle back. Okay. We're going to start off from Dandasana though. So Dandasana is like the Tadasana of the seated poses, and it's a really amazing way to get beautiful posture. We want to get grounded though. So your inner thighs roll down and in, and I want you to imagine you're pressing the backs of your hamstrings down, but not locking the knees. Okay? Press the knees towards each other, feet together, and the toes are going to pull back towards you, and your hands are just resting beside you. Right? Now notice in order to keep the legs together and to pull the feet back, you're actually having to work your center, your core. This looks like we're not doing much. There's a lot going on internally, so just see if you can feel that action of grounding, pressing down through the legs. Good. And at the same time, you're lifting up from your sit bones and lengthening through your crown. Brilliant. Now lift the arms, inhale. We're ready to come forwards. Go to the level that you first can meet comfortably. Might be here. You breathe in, lengthen, exhale, you let go. So this is one of those where we can work incrementally. Inhale, exhale. Even if you know you can get there, right, straight away, why? Just have a little journey to get you down. And what you might find is you've got a bit more pliability in the body, and the hamstrings like it a little bit better, I think. If you can hold big toes, you do. Sides of the feet, ankles, shins, wherever, and stay. Chin is in, Close your eyes. Look inwards. Very nice. So those legs are nice and anchored. Your spine is lengthening. You're folding over your legs. Feeling the stretch in your body. Feels good. And there might be some demand here, but enjoy that biting point, so to speak. Breathe into it and see if you can soften a little bit more. And then when you inhale, let's rise. Okay, brilliant. Well done so far. We're going to roll onto our backs. If you want to work your core a little bit, you can. You could do it really slowly. But if you want to, you just take your hands down and come onto your backs. When you get there, bend the knees. Pause and breathe. Arms are wide. Turn the palms up. Feel your feet on the ground. Kneecaps pointing straight up. You might shuffle the shoulders a bit. Just make that space in between the shoulders. Let your back settle down and breathe into your heart space. And before I fall asleep, I'll give thanks to my heart for opening in tenderness, even briefly, lest I forget that we are all suffering, that we are all visitors on this small planet for a short, short time, and then we will all be gone. So today, I make peace with my body home. Bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. We're going to press the feet down, so four corners plug down and lift the inner arches. As you do that, start to peel your pubic bone up and you're lengthening your tailbone at the same time. And just feel how that lifts all the vertebrae up. And you can feel now that the weight is shifting towards the back of your shoulders and your head, and your arms are wide for now. Keep using the feet to press down into. Use that support to lift up a little bit higher for your breastbone. Now you can bring your hands under, thread the fingers and interlace, and then start to roll your upper arm bones under a little bit more. And that will help you to lift your heart even higher. And then pause there. Feel your body. That should feel absolutely marvellous. If it doesn't, and something doesn't feel right, do not force. You know, you're welcome to come down a little bit and find something that feels comfortable. So this feels good to me, it might not to you. So you have to work with your body. It's where we bring the kindness in. Take one more slow deep breath in and exhale out through the mouth. Couple more breaths like that, if that's okay. Okay, really good. So we're going to release the arms. Now lift up your heels, come up on the tippy toes and reach your arms all the way back as you inhale. And as you exhale, roll your spine all the way down. Great, really good. Nice. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Squeeze in, knees towards the armpits, and just rock a little bit from side to side. And we'll come into Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana. Ananda means bliss, and this is another one of the koshas, but we'll get there a bit later on in the week. But right now, feel your feet, pull the feet down, and feel how grounded you are, connected to this earth. And maybe even feeling a little bit blissful in your Happy Baby. Let that bring a smile to your face, maybe. And rock a little bit from side to soothe. Very nice. Good. Now we'll place the feet down and take the arms wide. And we'll do that kind of windscreen wiper twist. So you can roll the knees to the right like we did when we were seated. This time, just rolling the knees from side to side. And you can take the head in the opposite direction. Just a few times if that feels good to you. And then you might pause towards the right. Just take a couple of breaths there, maybe knees to the right, head to the left. Take your time, breathe. You might tune in to how the belly is feeling, the front body, all that we've worked. Just take a moment to pause and feel. Come back to center. Knees roll to the left, look to the right. Pause, take your time. Make sure this feels happy in your body. You want to make sure that when you're twisting that it's okay in your lower back, your shoulders. Nice deep breath in. When you're ready, bring your knees back to center. Final hug in. So wrap your arms around, squeeze in. Might even lift your head. So really lift your head, squeeze the knees close into the body. Maybe a little rock from side to side, and then plant the feet onto the ground. We're going to get ready for a lovely, well-earned Shavasana. So make this comfortable. If you need to grab yourself something like a blanket, cushion, and if you can you wrap your eyes? Could you get something over your eyes? Block out the light. And surrender your body to this earth. Just let go of any effort. When we surrender, we can surrender to that deep peace that lives inside of us. And you want to just imagine you're dropping right in to yourself, connecting. Don't let the mind go anywhere. It wants to go off in a little thinking mode. Just turn that off. Just turn the switch off. Come into the body. Come to rest within this gorgeous, beautiful body of yours. And really feel the earth beneath you. Feel the textures of the ground on your skin. Feel the texture of your clothing on your skin. Can you feel that? And we're just going to rest quietly for the next few minutes.